Welcome back to Simplify Your Small Business. David Wolf here with Melanie Rembrandt. Good morning, Melanie.
Good morning, David. How are you this morning?
I'm doing superb, and all is well on your end?
Excellent here. I'm ready to go.
Well, in the advent of, the content generation age that we're in, much of it is in visual form. It's in video, not just podcasting like we're doing today, but oftentimes there is a camera involved, which means that you're going to look a certain way. And so this episode, we're going to kind of address some of this stuff, right, Melanie?
Right. And if you talk to most people, they do not like the way they look on camera.
Right. There's something about some of us naturally look really good for reasons that are sort of mysterious, and others of us just don't seem to have that photogenic thing, whether it's stills or moving cameras. I think, it makes you look fatter or this or that. So there's a whole range of things that come into play. But when you're appearing in the media and you do have a camera involved, it's good to have some ideas about how to prepare for it. So I'll toss it to you, Melanie, for number one.
Yes. If you don't like the way you look on camera, here are some top tips to think about. First of all, you probably don't look as bad as you think you do. I mean, most of us are really hypercritical. Oh, my goodness, I look fat, I look short, I look, whatever. Right. And, if there's really something you can't stand after you see yourself on camera, there are things you can do to fix it. I mean, if you think you look too heavy, obviously we're darker colors, and you can always set the camera up higher so you're looking up at it and your face will look thinner. Yeah. And, there's always things you can do with lighting and sound applications so you look and sound better. Yeah. And, you might want to go to the hairstylist and get a new look so you feel better on camera. Mm-hmm. And, tell yourself you don't look so bad, because that feeling conveys itself on the camera as well.
Well, it's interesting. There is this inner game to this. There's an inner psychology, but there are also, as you point out, this angling of the camera, also not looking straight at it, but, it's your good side, right? But you want to turn a little bit to the side so that it's more of a cutting you at an angle rather than flat face on with the camera. And a lot of this applies to if you're shooting your own video. Sometimes you don't have all this kind of control, but if to the extent you can control the shot, there are things you can do there. Number two is nobody really cares. Well, yeah, I think this is probably true. We tend to think it's all about us. Yeah.
Right. I mean, think about it. When you're watching a video, do you really care how someone looks? If you're in business, you're listening to the information. Right. Is it valuable? Obviously you care more how you look than anyone else will. So kind of keep that in the back of your head.
Yeah. And the third one is kind of like skydiving. We were just talking offline about flying and diving into deep parts of the ocean. Just get over it and do it, right? It's sort of like that, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, I've had extensive experience in front of the camera, and I do not like the way I look on camera. And someone just told me flat out, get over it, Melanie. So now I just do it. I don't really look at all the results, and I hand it over to my video editor, and I'm able to produce a lot more. I mean, don't let that get in the way of producing content that your customers need.
The other thing I've learned is that for not a whole lot of investment, if you're shooting your own videos, you can get a teleprompter. A lot of it is you kind of freeze up because you don't know what you're going to say because of all this psychology that's playing into your self-consciousness. But a news anchor once said to me, when you're reading a teleprompter, you just surrender to it. And that really just helps you get out of your own head and just read what's there in front of you. So to the extent that you can prepare or have a teleprompter, I think that can relieve some of your nervousness around being in front of the camera, right?
Exactly. And obviously, the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll feel. And right now, I really don't care what I look like on camera because I know other people don't really care. And if I don't look so great, that actually makes them feel better because they know they look better than I do. So,
yeah, right. Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of this is like life, I mean, you get out of your own head and you just think about everyone around you and not so much about yourself. I mean, that's where the self-consciousness is born.
Exactly. As long as you're providing valuable information, let go of how you look, and do those videos and get that content out there. And like you said, you can always practice. You can use technology to change the lighting, the sound, what have you.
Well, you hit on something. Yeah, practice. And we've said this in several of our episodes recently. Just that preparation will help also just make it more fluid. So, you are looking and sounding better because you're more confident, because you've rehearsed. It's like,
exactly.
like acting. Yeah.
And video gives you so many opportunities as a small business owner. So,
Yep.
I think it's time to get over that and move forward and, provide the content people
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, you get over it and do the right thing for your business. Get on camera and deliver those messages online. I want to remind our listeners, for more public relations tips, which is Melanie's expertise, and to learn how to do your own publicity cost effectively, you can visit the Small Business PR Academy. That's Melanie's innovation. And you can find it at smallbusinesspracademy.com. So check that out. And you can find my company is Audivita, Audivita. We are a podcast and audiobook production company. And you can find us at audivita.com. So thanks for listening. As always, stay with us for more exciting simplifications. Thanks, Melanie.
Thanks, David. Have a great day, everyone. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.